and got defunded. Now RoboCop's on the streets, stealing catalytic converters and goggle and ski behind the Jack in the Box again. He's got the RoboCop grip, giving a hand job for $5 again. Under the bridge again. All right. What do you think?
I like that.
Cool. We're not going to get sued for talking about RoboCop, right?
I don't know. I don't think there's no copyright on the speaking of. You know, I've been really confused about what you can and can't do. I'm not sure I got it nailed down yet.
Well, we learned the hard way that you can't just whip out your
Wang Chung.
Yeah, and start like getting weird or whatever. Okay, so before we get started with this $1 million stream now,
yeah,
I wanted to say something. A shout out. You think I'm going to say something crazy? I'm not actually. Seriously, a shout out to El Reconcido and Bingen for providing consistent, affordable food to the community. Because believe it or not, it's really freaking hard to find that shit. When they're not there, the town's really bummed out.
Right.
And it's basically the only place like it anywhere. And I'm really grateful.
Sure.
And I'm serious.
No, I've had their taco. I've waited in line there, actually. There was a line. The last couple times I went there was a line.
Well, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Keeps the food fresh, you know?
I'll eat there like 2 or 3 times a week in the summer. Sometimes when it's heavy, it kind of hurts because I'll sniff their hot sauce.
What do you
lines of that hot sauce?
Okay, but what do you typically eat there with your lines?
I get a burrito. I get just a burrito usually. I get tacos sometimes.
What kind of meat?
I don't know. I switch it up. You know, lately carnitas.
Cool.
You know.
Yeah, I eat. If we're gonna do a taco stand, taco restaurant. Shoutouts. I'll do one. El Monte, Tucker Road.
That's the one you were telling me about. That's up by like the old Rebuild It.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that the picture you sent me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that giant burrito, size of a baby's torso.
Weird comparison. Why'd you choose a baby's torso?
I was thinking of what you may think of when you're hungry. So I like how there was 2 viewers and then they were gone after seconds. I think that's funny because that literally means somebody like on my Facebook just pushed the button and then heard us say just basically anything and just said, fuck that.
Fuck these guys. These guys are full of shit. So the other shout out I'm going to go for, and I'm serious here, and I have a reason for these shout outs, man. The ranch. Yes, motherfuckers. I said the ranch. I say that and people are like, bro, the last time I was there, I was chewing on a rat skull that came in my like chili cheese burrito pizza, pancake, hot dog, breakfast sandwich.
Supreme.
Seriously though, again, it's nice to have somewhere where I can get an affordable lunch.
Oh, I agree. That's the only thing that's going to make our top 10. I'm not paying for the bougie.
Yeah, and you know, I've been in the industry. I've been in the business. I understand. And I know it takes a lot of money and a lot of prep to push out those kinds of ingredients.
Yeah. So don't do it.
That's what I was going to say, man. Where's the frozen burger at? And they're like, dude, we don't do that. Our beef is harvested right there. And there's like a cow in the restaurant being slaughtered.
A half-assed cow.
We slaughter to order here. This is the freshest beef anywhere. But seriously, and that's what it would cost. I'll just give me a ranch burger, please. When I worked at Solstice, we had a joke about like filling the coolers up that are, you know how that has an open kitchen.
Sure.
You can just see everybody cooks cooking. Have the coolers in the back, the reach-in coolers, just full of like Red Baron pizza boxes.
Yeah.
So every time you open it, they see that, but they don't really they don't see you cooking it. But they're curious. Why do they have so many Red Baron pizzas in there?
I think we should do that. Let's start a restaurant. Maybe we'll do it. Let's do a fundraiser right now with all our viewers. Let's start a restaurant. I've had this dream for years. I don't think it would have worked until just now. I only think it would work now. And that is to, you know, do like a white trash trailer, you know, something that looks really shitty. Like you said, pizza boxes. Basically all the stuff on the menus, like, hey, eat it, fuck face, just eat it. You know, shut the fuck up. Don't ask me what this is.
Or you just
suck this dick, like a nice hot, like a sauerkraut hot dog, you know, like, and you just go all in. And when people walk up, you go, hey, cocksucker, what do you want? You know what I mean? And like, and they say, hey, why don't you fuck yourself? Give me a number 5 big dick. And you're like, all right, you want you want cum on it, or you want like, or shit? No, it's like sour cream or chili.
I think you were kind of onto something in the beginning.
Am I?
Yeah.
Am I still or no?
No.
Back off of it.
You went got a little weird.
Sure. Really?
Not bad though. Just kind of weird. No, it wasn't bad.
It's just like a vulgar. Everything's kind of vulgar. Like, you know, it's got like this real vulgar vibe. It's like, and the rich people. See, here's the thing.
It's called Get Fucked Pizza.
Right. Don't mistake me. This is for rich tourists because they're like experiencing like normie life.
This is the new gourmet.
Yeah, they're like,
they're
like, hold on, honey, let me see. Did you see that mountain? And then she says, can I have a cocksucker hot dog?
So what?
I just said cocksucker. You know.
So what if? No. Check it out. It's called Get Fucked Pizza. But what we have is just whatever we have,
and no pizza ever.
Sometimes we have.
Well,
pizza.
I think if we're gonna call it pizza, I think we should just literally never have pizza. That way, when someone orders pizza, you just throw something at their face. It's like a fucking like a cloud. You know, like you know, like a piece of bread.
I'm partly serious here.
I know, but imagine
what you could do is you'd be like,
I think the chat should vote.
You open the fridge behind you, and the customer just gets whatever you got. Like, we got 2 Red Baron pizzas, 1 Totino's. We got some leftovers from Andrew's or whatever, you know what I mean? Local pizza and shit, you know. I got a half-eaten slice from Solstice, man. It's only a week old. You can bid on it, too.
Right, and we'll do 100% pizza then, and we'll call it Fuck You Burger. With no burger.
Dude,
I think that's better.
Fuck You Burger is almost as good as, and this is a real place in Moses Lake, and we've probably brought this up before, Bob's Chinese Food,
right,
in Moses Lake.
And it's wait a minute, is it sushi? God damn it, what a great idea. Is that racist?
I don't know, but it's called Bob's Chinese Food. That's what it says. Like a huge sign. That would be
a hit, maybe. That may be a hit.
But I guess like the idea of just offering something affordable is what this town doesn't have. I bitch about it a lot, and now I think about it. It's because it's Hood River, right?
And it's true.
It's all the shit you talk about all the time. It's where I'm at. In Portland, the clientele's there. Here it's like, no, we have $50 pizzas, $40 cheeseburgers, and our special today is a $25 half of a sandwich.
Right. With some local uncooked, uncured meat that's untasted. So I'd like to give a quick PSA. Is that public service now? Yeah, PSA. I'd like to throw out a PSA. D Highway, it's 55 on that road. If you happen to be watching this stream or you have a relative that doesn't know this, can you let them know, please? It's not 40 or 70. It's just 55. Thank you. Highway 281, that is.
Pedal is on the right. The gas pedal is on the right.
Just, if you want to take the baby road, go slow in the right lane on Highway 35. That's the baby way to Parkdale.
Don't be a fucking bitch.
If you're just a baby child still,
drive that fucking car.
But if you're a full-grown adult baby child, just take Highway 35, take the right lane, and just stay in the right lane the whole way. It's legal to go 45, I believe. It's dangerous, but it's legal. I think maybe
we should start our own police force, and all we do is we're like neighborhood watch.
we report.
We're not cops. We're neighborhood watch. What we do is we report slow drivers.
Right.
We waste everybody's fucking time.
Yeah,
we go down to the police station and people just roll their fucking eyes
Fake
like,
business.
oh my fucking God,
Fake business.
Roman and Nick are here again.
Right. We'll stream it. What up, Cam? You. I don't know, Cam. What do you think of our idea of? I already forgot what our idea was. Damn it!
It's a pizza joint.
Oh yeah, a burger joint that doesn't have any burgers and it's got only pizza, but it's just from like random locations around.
You get whatever we have.
Yeah, you just get whatever we have. Like maybe it's frozen Red Barons, or maybe it's
whatever's
like
on sale, whatever we can get.
Papa Murphy's.
Yeah, whatever. Like I said, and we might mix the toppings up a little bit too. You know, you never know.
You might even get two of two different kinds if you order 2 slices.
you order a
probably will.
You order a pepperoni pizza and it's like 5 different
Tony's. And then there's like one of those hippie brands and it has no taste next to it, and you're like, what is this? Why didn't you just do it? Either do it or don't do it.
What is up with that flavorless hippie shit?
I don't know, but I'm ready for one to just open one and just have it be some basil and shit in there only. Just some basil. And they're like, oh, this one's light. It's light. Oh, now see, look, Cam's over there making sense of our idea. Thanks, dude. Thanks.
Pizza. Well, burger, pizza, enchilada pancakes are one of my favorites. And I like to put them on hot dogs and put that into a sandwich. And then I deep fry that like a Scottish egg.
Sure. Call that a clusterfuck or a fucker cluster.
Yeah, it's something like that. I never could pronounce it.
That's something like that. I agree.
No, but seriously. Oh, okay. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was necrophilia.
I mean, from which perspective? This is like debate team. Do I have to pick a side? Because that's going to suck if I have to take the side of liking it.
No, I was thinking that's what's next for sex ed in schools. Sure. That's the liberal agenda is necrophilia.
Anything that's ever happened has to be on the agenda.
Like,
anything that's ever been done in history has got to be talked about. One time, a guy put a sword up his ass in medieval times. We must reenact it. We must reenact this to keep it from ever happening again. And not at all by me bringing it up. Is it all stimulating you to do the action? If I keep talking about putting things in your butts, it's not at all going to make any of you in this class go home and put anything into your butt.
Put the microphone in. Oh, no, I can't do that.
My finger's right. I mean, it's off camera, but my finger's in my butt right now. I'm waiting to get a phone call from somebody in one of these posters behind me, and that's saying like, "Excuse me, you're saying some very vulgar things with my poster behind you." I didn't mean to.
Dude, every time we talk about food, I get hungry. I'm trying to get fat.
Oh, yeah?
And it's really fucking hard for me to get fat.
What kind of, what have you been eating that's fattening?
I just eat constantly.
That works good.
Mm-hmm. I had
let's see.
I had a
bagels.
I had a baby burger for lunch today.
You should take bagels with you, and when you go to eat a burger, just replace the thin bread with bagels.
Bagels.
Yeah, bagels are like 7 pieces of bread or something like that.
Right.
Each.
See, that's
that'll make you get some weight going.
That's right. See, I can't do the bread thing.
No, you got to punish yourself to gain weight. I mean, there's this thing that goes along with getting heavy, which is pain. Typically, I think, because usually when my gut starts growing, I simultaneously also hate myself and it hurts. It's like if you had. What you do when you eat too much is it's like, remember Thanksgiving? But all the time.
Yeah, that was just the other day.
But you do that all the time. Just every day is Thanksgiving.
Gotta have the fries. Baby burgers are legit.
Yeah,
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I had a baby chase burger today with grilled onions and jalapenos. It was fantastic. Let me tell you something. about this bagel shit. Okay, now check this out. Anybody who's listening to this, I'm about to school your brain. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to drop the Matt K knowledge just all up in your freaking grill because we're the West Goats.
Burger knowledge.
Burger knowledge. We have the answers to everything.
Sponsored by the letter T.
So, the gluten thing. Okay. Get fucked.
Okay. Is that what makes bagels so good? Gluten?
It is. Yeah. So here's how gluten. So here's the actual truth. And I actually know all this shit because I know all this shit. Kneading dough. Mm-hmm. You're familiar with kneading dough.
Sure.
So every time you knead dough, every time you do it, you introduce moisture to wheat molecules.
Okay.
Every single time, if you were to think, just clear your mind and imagine a single molecule from wheat flour. Okay. It encounters any kind of moisture and it gets sticky. That's why flour is sticky. So these molecules stick to each other. And every single time you knead dough, more water's introduced to the molecules, and that's what gluten is. Glue meaning really the word is just because it's fucking sticky. Every time you do it, it gets sticky, tighter. Harder and harder to digest.
Sure.
Now, here's the other weird fucking part to consider. If you think, fuck you, Nick, I'm going to fucking eat whatever I want, and you're a fucking hippie. And all of that's great, and it's true. If you consider wheat and what it is, it's like a grain. Did you ever eat it like when you were a kid? Like just pull it out of the ground and just like pull the kernels and fucking eat it?
I'm sure I did, but I wouldn't have any sensation in my mind right now. I couldn't tell you what it was like.
It's just nutty. Just tastes like grain. It's kind of moist and kind of just chewy, and it's good. I used to eat it a lot actually when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So the human body, your digestive system, your teeth, right? Your freaking stomach, your upper and lower intestine is all designed to process food from the earth, whether you like it or not.
Sure.
And that design with wheat would be to just pull wheat out of the ground and eat those kernels.
Sure.
And you could eat a handful of wheat, and that'd be enough energy to play 4 hours of golf. Just like eating cashews or something like that.
Sure.
For the human body to have enough energy to sustain. So here's the part that's fucked up is if you make flour out of that, that's like you wouldn't even be able to see it. It wouldn't even fit on your pinky.
Sure.
So when you consider eating a sandwich, you're eating like a fucking acre of wheat.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And your body doesn't recognize it that way.
Sure.
Your lower intestine doesn't really recognize it that way. Nothing inside your body knows what it is or how to process it and maximize the extraction of nutrients from it. Right. So it basically is just dead weight bullshit.
Just shit it out.
Yeah. So
hopefully.
Well, here's the other thing I always like to say this is eat an orange. Right? Eat an orange.
Right.
That's what, if you take vitamin C, you're just going to piss it out.
Okay.
So if you eat an orange, it has fiber, it has iron and niacin too that help you in your lower intestine. It helps you absorb vitamin C. Like an orange is like perfectly designed to deliver vitamin C to your body.
Sure.
So it's the same philosophy.
Sure.
So there you go. That's why bagels, pizza, that shit's hard for me to put down. It really is. Well, it fucked me up for a couple days after I eat it too.
Yeah, it gives me just gut rot.
Yeah, I could call it that. I mean, I've got a lot of different descriptions, I mean, it's kind of personal.
Like saxophone face. Orange is the latest color.
It says the tastiest color.
Oh, I can't see that shit. Well,
that's why, that's like a processed food truth. Remember I was talking, we were joking, like when we first started this stream, and I was making a joke about how tell a hippie a smoothie is processed food and they just lose their fucking mind.
Right.
It's like spinach. Like we used to do smoothies. We put spinach in a fucking smoothie.
Yeah.
The way your body absorbs all that fucking shit from spinach is from the fiber that's in it and how it passes through your body. As soon as you grind it up and the fiber's gone, it just kind of goes right through you.
Yeah. It's fun to shit green.
It doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's not what you think it is.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
Oh no, there's no misconception of what spinach smoothie. No, I'm saying they're totally made. Aren't they made to clean out your sewer pipes?
I don't know.
I believe that's what they were invented for.
Really?
I think you shit that weird green shit into your toilet, and it just really does good for cleaning the pipes and going through your pee trap. Or your pee hole or something like that. I can't remember.
So no, I mean, I don't know. The one we were doing
we have a plumber. Maybe we have a plumber on the line.
The one let
us know.
The smoothie we were doing was recommended to us by a golfer dude, and it was actually almond milk, almond butter, a banana, and spinach. That's it. But still, the same thing. Like after a while, I'm like, it would go like right through me, or I was just
I'm not against diarrhea though. Personally, I kind of like it.
Have you ever had Smooth Move tea?
No. Is it a diarrhea tea?
Oh my fucking god!
Projectile.
We've talked about water rockets on this show.
Like if you could be outside by a tree somewhere, you could shoot it.
Remember water rockets, bro?
Like fighting with your friends. Water rocket, like a water weenie.
No, water rocket.
Oh, like a gun?
No, it's like the little red. It's like they come in different colors.
Push it,
and you'd pump it full of water, and then you'd release the thing, and it would shoot up in the air. That's what it's like.
Yeah, I think I do know that.
The human water rocket when you're fucking lacing up the bowl.
So you can come off the ground.
You're probably gonna lift up off the bowl.
Man, I love talking about shit.
Well, we're talking about processed food.
Yeah. That's gonna lead to that.
Yeah. I mean, or maybe not for some people, but I think what's interesting about it is just that healthy isn't what people think it is. There's a lot of weird misconceptions all of us, including myself, have about a lot of different subjects. Just things that we think make sense. Oh, it's healthy. Well, it's not really that. It doesn't really work that way.
No, what everybody should do is come up with a psychosomatic way to trick your brain, whatever it is. Because to me, you are something. You're as healthy as whatever you happen to be that day, plus what you think you are. So if you're whatever you are, and then you think you're really out of shape, then you're a little less out of shape than you actually are. You are what you are minus something. So the idea is like, it's not really the motivation. I don't see as like an act. I think that's part of your digestive system and part of your health and everything. So it's like, and then obviously you tie together a bunch of those days together, and then your body actually becomes healthy. So unless you think unless that's a donut or whatever, as long as it doesn't hurt you, even if you shit it out, it's probably still helpful. Because it's whatever it is, it's keeping you on some kind of a consistent idea. And like I said, as long as it doesn't include consistent donuts, you'll be people become to that degree of health that we're talking about, which is that vague spectrum of whatever that happens to be, Mm-hmm. I mean, usually people can see people who aren't healthy and identify that, but it might be harder to identify what is healthy.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It does. It makes perfect sense. Yeah. It's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
In a different,
yeah. I mean, that's all I meant. I was thinking of it in a way though, of like, how it could still be spun in some type of a positive way. Like, I just really think people need to realize, like, whatever day it is and whatever time it is, like right now for me, I am this, and that's what it is. And like, whatever I do for the next like year could change to what I am. And if I don't really do anything different, this is pretty much the way I'm going to look. That's not that weird. I don't know if it's eating oranges, not eating oranges, whatever it is. Like, there's a combination of things. Obviously, it's a little bit of exercise and the diet and whatever.
Yeah. And
it's just different for different people, but I don't know that it's that confusing to each individual for themselves. Like, I'm pretty sure I know when I ate a donut or when I didn't.
Right. And like you said in our last stream, it changes year to year as you get older.
Yeah.
As your body changes. Yeah. So, like, and that's...
I just quit eating donuts.
Exactly. And that, I was just going to say with donuts... Like, you recover when you're younger, you recover quicker. You recover from injuries, hangovers. And yes, if you eat a donut, believe it or not, you did actually feel like shit for a couple hours, but you didn't notice. You were young.
No, you just want to play basketball or something.
You moved on with your life. But once you're fucking 40, dude, that donut
just sucks.
Yeah, you'll be feeling that bitch for a day or two.
Well, I mean, I went for a while where I could like, you kind of learn the wrong way too, because Like, for instance, like a night like tonight, I could go by Roser's on the way home, and you're getting some regular food, just something for dinner, and then you just go, oh look, those donuts, and they're on sale. Like, it's today's stock. It's like a 12-pack.
Oh my god, this sounds so good.
And I mean, it's just like you just grab, but you grab. So you take one down, and that might be all right. You could probably handle one, but there's like 11 more sitting there.
It's like those Kickstand Donuts. When I worked at Solstice, the guys would bring in those donuts from Kickstand, and dude, they're really good and addicting. I eat a donut, then I spray the bowl.
Hell yeah, Cam, that makes sense.
Fire down below. I had my first heart attack when I was 14 years old. Motherfuck, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, dude. And then, you recover a little bit better when you're
with everything. Yeah. No, I've been thinking about trying to play basketball, like even just playing it all, really. Just running the court, basically. The difference between shooting baskets and actually running the court. When people start playing again, and I keep thinking, like, maybe I should just do something else. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm on the fence about it, because I do realize it's hard for me to play any way except for pretty as hard as I can, and my feet are gonna pay the price. I can tell you. I know they will. When I quit playing last time, my feet pretty much hurt all the time, both of them, all the time. Without injury, they just hurt all the time, because I cut too hard, and I haven't figured out how to play a little slower yet, really.
Right.
And so I cut like I'm little, kind of, and I'm like 6'3", and it's just brutal torque. I tear calluses off my toes and get blisters and things like that. Just in good shoes, good socks. I just turn a little too hard and don't really just do it, because I just want to win. I just want to get there, You want to play outside your abilities, or just but I mean,
your abilities now as an old dude.
Well, no, I think it's more like I really just always have torn my feet like that, and I've taped them on, and it's just kind of, I don't know. I'm sure there's part of probably a really big problem for people who are like much better than me, professional athletes, just trying to keep your feet together and work out as much as you want to. I'm just really addicted to playing basketball.
You gotta come play more golf with me.
5 days a week till I was 30 or something.
Damn.
Just fucking every basketball game that was anywhere that I could go to, I went to it. I used to go to two. There used to be like a later night one and a noon one, and I did the noon one, and then I'd do the night one. Like, I just play. And you play, if you make the free throw, you're in. And so I'm just always in too. And until I'm injured, I don't stop.
Are you saying that you and me could, like, hypothetically, we could tour, and then we could show up and be like, hey, this is my buddy, man. He barely knows how to play, but we got a whole bunch of money just burning a hole in our pub. We do like the scam, you know what I mean? Like, white man can't jump.
Yeah.
And then you just go out there and fuck people up, man. We get that fucking money, dude.
I'm obviously on the downturn of my ability to beat anybody. But I just mean like playing like an old guy ball is to go down there, and then like the ball bounces over there, and like the other guy gets it.
See, your homie's saying golf is legit. I played. Sorry, I wanted to tell you.
But he's a great basketball player too.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
I played Carson yesterday. Golf. I haven't played there in years.
I haven't ever played there, actually.
So apparently they cut the links grass out. And I could talk golf all day, but I'll say this. It was not much going on the front nine. Pretty wide open.
Sure.
Like, you could shank really bad, and you're on you got a nicer lie than the middle of the fucking fairway at Gold Course. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, well,
the rough is decent.
Yeah, like, it's not even the rough. Like, you could because it's so wide open, you could shank into the wrong fairway, and you're still in play. Just a lot of forgiveness. But anyway, what was cool is the greens were really weird and creative. Very wavy, gravy greens, really fast. The kind of greens where you just tap the ball and it's fucking gone. The first green, I patted past the hole and into a bunker. I haven't done that in like 8 years or something because I don't play courses like that. Anyway, really fun course.
No, we're gonna rock Sunday, and then I'm going to the coast. Or I don't know what time I'm going to the beach. I might not rock Sunday. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I don't know what time we're leaving. We normally play so early that I can't imagine that we'd be leaving that much earlier. I don't know if I'm not sure, but I'm leaving town one way or the other. But I don't know if that means I'm leaving. I can't check into the fucking hotel till 4 or something.
So why can't the guys like stay in the room with you and your chick at the beach, man?
You guys want to practice?
Yeah, well, I was thinking we could hang out too, man. Like,
let's get serious about it. Let's get serious. Let's just do some 24-hour practices.
It's an orgy on the coast again, just like last month, only this time I can see there's a lot more guys. Shit, it seems like every time there's more and more guys. Older I get, so you know that the more guys that show up, the less chicks wanna show up. That's the rule, man. Fuck yeah. Do chicks say that? Do they show up and go, total sausage party, I'm out of here? Or do they show up like, fuck yeah, total sausage party?
I don't know. I wonder.
Yeah,
it can't be that good of a time.
I wouldn't think so. It seems like it'd be easy. I'm not a chick, but I have a vivid imagination, and I'd imagine that it's too easy.
Oh, being a chick like for that in that spectrum of life?
No, yeah, or in that situation, it's like a dude party. Like you're a woman, like of any.
Oh, you better get a couple $100 and free booze out of that night somehow.
Like two chicks,
like
two chicks walking down the street and they look over and there's just a house full of dudes partying. They're like, let's go get some fun. Nah, fuck that. It'd be too easy.
Is it a controversial statement at all to say if you're a woman at all, you should probably be rich? I mean, is that controversial?
What are you saying, man? Because my wife is not rich, dude. Am I responsible for that somehow?
Let's just say, what's the ratio of houselessness, men to women?
Why? What metric are we figuring out here?
Who has more money?
Who has more money?
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I mean, I know at the top end is a bunch of billionaires and they're all men. Okay, I get that. Let's just cut off the 1%. And now who has more money in the world?
Yeah, I don't. Well, the world, that's different because
it seems like there's a lot of fucking dudes sitting around in the streets, though. Like, I just don't see nearly as many women. It's not even close.
Yeah, it will kind of go. I guess I see now why you're
I'm just saying, like, dang, there's a lot of homeless dudes.
Dude, it's gonna keep getting gnarlier, bro. It's gonna be Mad Max. You're gonna be like,
I'm trying to
stay alive.
I'm trying to be one of the early adapters.
Oh yeah,
early adopters. Which tech term is that I'm missing? That I'm fucking up? Early. I kind of think it's inevitable. It's just hard for me to believe that people are going to actually create a system that will lower the value of their own land. And that's what happens when you divide it. It's like dividing a stock and then like making the rest of it somehow. Like you get this portion, you had all of it, but now you just get a chunk of it and we're going to give this other chunk to somebody else. It doesn't, like, it's not an immediate gain. in my opinion, there probably still is the same amount of money and even the smaller piece of land for the guy that has it. Like now he has 19 acres instead of 20 or whatever that, you know what I mean? Like I don't really find it to be too big of a deal because he still has somewhat of the same ratio amount over the person that he did before. And that's basically how value is, right? It's like if everybody has $1 million, then everyone has $0. So it's really about like some kind of ratio of like 19 to 1. And right now it's just like 20 to 0. It's just 0 is a weird number because 0 makes homelessness. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say is like
0 makes nothing, right? So if you give up 1%, like just one of your 20 acres, then now it's that lesser value, and I don't know that somebody's gonna want to give that. It doesn't. You can't sell it because if you sell it, it's gonna fuck stuff up. It's gonna give people like a weird advantage, so it'll be overpriced.
There's a part of like, and I'm gonna say this quick, like compromise, a consensus.
Right.
And there just isn't one.
Not right now. I haven't heard one talked about yet.
And I mean even
anyway.
I mean even at an individual level.
No, but I mean,
so remember I told you some dude like set a homeless camp on fire over a sound barrier on 205.
Yeah.
And flames like going up. Yeah. So that dude, what do you think happened? What do you think the backstory there is? Remember I was saying that like
I don't know. Oh, yeah, we didn't know the backstory. What's the backstory?
I don't know, but I'm imagining, like, I can imagine a whole bunch of different scenarios.
Just make up backstories.
Well, to go along with what you were mentioning, which is, was there ever a compromise attempted? And I bet you there probably was. The guy probably. Well, now let's just go hypothetical. You look over the fucking fence as you or me, and you're like, dude, you can't live right here. And it'd be like, okay, look, I'm going to make a compromise. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it. You can fucking live right here, but clean up your fucking garbage. No garbage, no needles. So, and then the dude's like, okay, now that acre of land you were talking about, maybe that could work.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think my plan's actually a little bit more of a layered idea. So the guy who's actually without the house doesn't get the acre, and that's not actually what it is. It's people like me or you who can buy the acre, and now we own land, and now we're invested in the problem, and now we can help the problem. But right now there's a very small amount of people who are the ones that actually own the land, so most people who just rent don't see those homeless people as their problem because they aren't invested in the community. So when you own 100 homes and you don't live here and you rent them all out, then there's nobody that's invested in all of those homes into the community, really. They don't own it. So, home ownership, individual home ownership for people who had regular jobs is the reason why America has what America has. It's simple. It's not even what the job is. It's just the ownership of land for regular people who have maybe fucked up kids that need somewhere to live that can stay at their house and shit. Like all those homeless people come from families who can't keep them in their homes somehow. You know what I mean? Like, or else they would just be on their property. They don't have property. They're probably renting a house that won't allow their schizophrenic uncle to live in their apartment. I mean, it's so deep, but it's not that hard to solve. You just have to give, like I said, people with jobs need to be able to buy homes. That's it. But so whatever the lowest paid job is, there has to be something that person can purchase and never move up on their job.
You know what? Fuck, you
know what I mean? Like, and that'd be like about $80,000 or something for a house. And it's 400,000 away from that. So, that's why I say there's no hope. It's only because the numbers are so far apart. It's not even close.
People need to stop being such psycho motherfuckers, like the fucking crazy sons of bitches that live at the skate park and the weird dude that walks up and down the road who steps out in the street every day and gives everybody the bug eye stare.
But who lives across the street? Are they renters? You see what I mean?
Where? What do you mean?
Across the street from the skate park. Like the people who are directly affected. If they own that land, then maybe they'd be like, hey, man, what the fuck are you doing across the street from me?
I think, yeah, totally.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
I'm coming from. Like,
I know
there's
what
an
you're
apartment
coming from.
complex
Where
up
I'm
there.
coming
like,
from
nobody cares.
Where I'm coming from is what the fuck is wrong with people? How they get themselves to that point where they let themselves go and get to a point where they're just.
Well, but that's what I'm saying, though. That's a kind of a different problem, and it's like that one's weirder right? But what we really need is like people who can help those people. And that's in between the wealthy people. That's in between is what I'm saying. The wealthy people are really not equipped to help regular people. They just don't understand them, you know?
Oh, they don't. They're out of touch with it.
Yeah. Even when they're nice, they're just wrong nice. They like
totally.
They're the people when I used to work with kids that have real problems. I'd be at the park and there'd be like a really rich, nice lady having her kid's birthday party, and they'd see me with the kid and they'd say, "Does he want a cupcake?" And it'd be like, fucking, like the kid can't eat that kind of food, or it just collapsed the situation, you know, like that kid, you know, maybe it was some like a peanut allergy. I don't know, dude. Layers of reasons why certain kids on certain medications can't do certain things, or I don't know, man, but it always fucks shit up. And there's just people trying to be nice. You know what I mean?
No,
and they don't realize like it's not my kid.
No, I do know what you mean.
I'm a therapist.
And it's just like a philanthropist. Like it's the same idea. Like you're rich, you want to help, but really, you know, you watch some show, or like you're a celebrity and you watch some fucking infomercial on some fucking kids dying in fucking, you know, Japexico or wherever. Well, but maybe that's what it was in you know, some hypothetical situation. But the point is, like, we're all out of touch with something. Well, yeah. All of us, you and me included, all of us are. Right. So yeah, I'm poor. I live among the poor. So yeah, I think I could say, yeah, rich people are out of touch when they're saying, "Hey, you should try this and try that." Like, dude,
that's what I mean. They're not.
You are way You're in outer space right now.
Well, that's another reason.
So far off, you have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
That's another reason.
You're telling me the sky is yellow.
If you go through all the governments, state governments, national governments, you're not going to find a single renter. They're all homeowners.
Where?
Just anybody. In Oregon Senate,
right,
Oregon House, Washington House, Senate, whatever. Fuck, federal government, local government, 100% homeowners.
Right.
So like they don't even really look at it any other way than we're the homeowners, and so we're the ones that are talking about our town. And I said, like, really fucking seriously, do you not like read it that way? Listen to the news that way, and now listen. You know, they're not talking to you. They're not talking to me.
Right.
They're not. There's nothing. And we make way too much money for welfare, or like for dudes, there's no welfare, whatever. There's no help. There's somebody in the middle. And that is the reason why Trump became Trump. I didn't vote for Trump, but that's the point. And I've been saying this over and over. That's the people that like Trump. They make too much money for it to matter, but not enough money to have a life. And then there's way more than them. Way more. There's 80 million of them. 100 million people. You know what I mean? Like 100 million. So I mean, if they ran a guy that wasn't, if the Republicans ran a guy that was Trump without the vulgarity and all the bullshit, and you just ran some guy that was like legitimately like, hey, the government's fucked and it's not cool, I don't like it, and they ran, it wouldn't matter what party, they'd win, guaranteed. That's who's going to be the next president. I don't really know if it's a Democrat or Republican or whatever, but it's going to be like some like The Rock. That's my first guess.
I'd vote for The Rock. It's going to be somebody.
Everybody will.
It's going to be somebody in the middle of the road.
The Rock's going to be a Democrat and he's going to have a Republican. It's going to be a cross-platform. Like some superstar that's a Republican and some superstar that's a Democrat, and they're going to run together, and they're both stars.
It's going to be idiocracy.
And they're both very calm and normal, like not obnoxious. It's The Rock, you know?
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
I mean, The Rock is I could listen to The Rock and think like his intentions are as good as anyone else's. You know, I mean.
Yeah, sure.
He's got a couple 100 million followers on Instagram. He wakes up every morning, lifts weights, tells everybody how beautiful the day is. Mm-hmm.
I
sure
wish
that'll be perfect. President.
I wish Arnie, dude. I wish the governor.
Oh, there you go, Arnold and The Rock.
He can't run, you know.
But he can't be vice, can't he?
I don't know.
I think he can.
Ted
Cruz was born in Canada, dude.
We raise taxes by $1, and I can finally afford pay off that fleet of Humvees. And then we will install helipads in all public schools so children can get to the chopper Parents rest easy.
I think we push that first right now. We push The Rock and Arnie. That's the ticket.
That's the ticket.
We need a woman though. Like we need a woman though, right?
Fuck that, dude. Chicks are fucked, man.
They don't listen to us. Have we ever had a chick in our chat?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Holy shit! My girlfriend. That's it.
Yes,
no,
of course
we've
we
never.
have.
What other woman have we ever had like talk to us in our chat?
So you
Man,
know,
damn.
my sarcasm, my thoughts on that.
Is that how locker roomy we are?
Yeah,
Jesus.
totally. You know me. I have lived with a woman for 22 years. Yes, I would actually feel quite comfortable having a woman in charge.
Oh, me too. But I can't think of one offhand. How about
Well, if it's gonna be a chick and she's running with The Rock, she's got to have smoking jugs, man.
like real ones, or can she just sew them in?
I don't know. You know what? It doesn't matter. They just got to be smoking jugs, and then she's got to have like the American flag.
Wait a minute,
bikini.
Dolly Parton. Could it be Dolly Parton, The Rock?
Ooh.
That's a good combo. What do you guys think? Chat? Dolly Parton, The Rock.
So Rock Parton 2024.
Rock Parton.
Ah,
Oh no, Dolly Rock. Doesn't that sound like Dolly Llama?
yeah. Except you
Damn.
can't say her name first. Wait, I guess
Why not?
she's running and Rock
She's the
rocks the
president.
vice.
Yeah,
rocks the
that's
vice.
way better.
She is senior.
That's way better.
Wait a minute. If we're going down that avenue,
Mm-hmm.
why not Willie Nelson?
Well, he's been arrested a lot. Is that okay? Can you do that?
Well, that means he's American, man. He can relate to the average American. He's been in and out of the slammer, man.
True.
You know what I mean?
That's hardcore. That's
He's
hardcore.
gotten,
You're right.
He's gotten fucking just reamed in the shower, man. You know? He's cool with it.
I'm sure he didn't go to a real prison. Hey, look at what's that say? Well, our president will be an AI.
AI, yeah.
Oh, okay, I was hoping he didn't say Al Bundy.
It's so right.
Like
it
Al.
sucks.
When you hear Al, who do you think? Al Bundy.
Yeah, I got a song here.
Okay,
It goes like this.
All right.
Yeah, oh, I've been sleeping with a cadaver ever since you left me. I stole it from a school. It was in the lab all lonely. And now that rank dead corpse has a place to live. You're still on the street selling poon, yeah.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's really deep. That song's actually about my grandpa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can. Now that you say that, I can hear that now. When I replay those.
Yeah, there's more verses too. So,
Oh, good. I'm sure everyone was hoping for that.
I like to rub my own shit all over myself. It keeps me warm. It reminds me of home, like you're still next to me.
Look at what that says on there. Yeah, you did. That's what you walked into. What's going on? Oh, that's so fucking great.
You used to say I was crazy for walking down the street with a 6-foot double-headed gas-powered silicone thing in my hand. I will probe anyone. Fuck. I had to stop myself. I'm learning how to censor myself. Did I?
Yeah.
I did okay? Cool. Nothing's gonna get kicked off.
No, dude.
All right.
That's actually, they've been looking for more people like that will push the edge. I think that's what Twitch, they wrote me an email earlier. They said something like, you guys have 800 million followers now, and we'd like to give you guys some hints that you should be a little edgier. Or something like that.
Okay.
I think that was them. It said like twitch.nigeria.com or something
The
like
Nigerian prince. That's rad.
Shit. Right on, man. Yeah, that's pretty. That's actually the first time that like we were like right in the middle of like one of our hit tunes, and
the hits just keep on coming.
I was humming to myself inside my own mind while you were singing, and somebody just came in and was like, "Oh wow."
See,
it's like kind of what I've been waiting for.
What that was really bad music. We were just talking earlier about consensus and about compromise. We all have to agree what is shit and what isn't shit.
Right. That is horrible.
Because if it's just a participation trophy and everybody's got good art, right? No, you did great. It's great. No, that sucks. Right, some shit sucks. Some shit's good. That song falls into the suck category.
Right. Pure shit.
Pure shit. It's funny, but
other than I laughed,
if you're enjoying it, you might be sick.
Right.
You know,
definitely have problems. But why else would you even log in here?
I wonder if like somebody actually like jams out to like, now you're a man. You know that fucking what do we got here?
Like a boxing match.
The hits just keep on coming.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were thinking. We were thinking about that song. We were going to put that together with a little thumbnail and like say something like, hey, we're also available for your weddings or something like that. Maybe I think that matches really well with that. Just so you know, if you do hire us to play a show, we can play that or not. It's just kind of whether Nick has, I think, what do you have, 4 albums of just homeless music? I think.
Well, the reason the songs are on my mind is because that's the reality I see in my life.
I know.
Which is, here's my reality. It's just another day for Nick walking down the street. Then I look down an alleyway and I see a couple homeless dudes butt fucking again. True story, man. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know why I went to G major. I didn't really know what to do with that.
Well, it's a butt fucking song, dude.
I was in D minor.
You always go to G major.
Where should I have gone with D minor on that?
Maybe like
C.
Oh, sure.
Wait, because I was doing A minor. That's weird. It's like Nick just went from bums fucking getting busy in the alleyway to talking music theory in 2 seconds.
Well, the thing about alleys is that...
Oh, do tell.
Well, the thing about alleys is they're a natural feature of construction. They happen when you build like something next to something else.
Mm-hmm.
And when people want to butt fuck, they typically don't want everybody to see. Just some people. And so alleys, they've always been really fucking good for that.
They're really good for doing other things too.
Well, I was explaining the alley behind the Trillium today when I saw that hilarious little commerce of Trillium. Like would you have a knife fight, right? In the Trillium earlier, a knife fight?
Street fight at 2 a.m. No knives this time.
Was tonight. That's tonight.
That's tonight.
Oh, sweet.
Tonight. Right? Hey.
So I was thinking about that alley though, and how many laughs that alley's been for my life. I used to go up there when I was the train conductor, and I'd go up in the alley there, and Sam Parks would be working and stuff, and I'd bang on the back door, be open or something. There'd be some people in the back, and everybody hanging out, talking shit.
Hell yeah.
Good old times.
Yeah.
Super funny too, because like a conductor's outfit with the hat on in the dark alley, super looks like a cop. Like,
oh yeah,
it's so fun to sneak up on those fuckers all the time. Hey guys, what's going on?
That's pretty funny.
Just me.
Yeah, especially if you're already housed, it's gonna scare you. The silhouette would freak you out. Yeah. Isn't that weird? We always talk about cops on this show. Isn't that weird? Just like the silhouette, the wrong silhouette freaks you out.
You start thinking, what did I do wrong? And you're like, I didn't even do anything wrong. But like, damn, it feels like you did something wrong, didn't it?
Genuine fear from cops, not from Al Qaeda.
Yeah. I'm just... It's hard to be, Nick, it's hard to be as scared of people from other countries when they just never did anything to us in our lifetime. It's like nobody ever did anything to me. So like if somebody if like a group of people from another country were to come over into like a Blazer game sometime and like, you know, all start flipping off one of my favorite players at the same time and yelling weird cuss words all in unison, I would develop some form of kind of hatred for those people.
Mm-hmm.
But because I've never actually really seen anything happen in my life, like I don't have any feelings about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's weird.
All of us are like that, right? I mean,
Right.
our realities, anything that we're getting from magazines, TV, we read it in books, we learn it in school. We didn't actually experience it.
Well, and even the people, right? But even the even the people who support military or, you know, any of that, like realistically, nobody really ever portrays it very well to anyone that lives in this country to where anybody would ever be on your side. It's you know what I mean? Like it's either hyper, you know, it's just not realistic or something weird about it. If you know
about movies and shit,
no, anything, just anything, like any kind of media stories, they're either under or over exaggerated, and like there's no, it's so obnoxious that it. But you know, people like that actually served, and you talk to them, they just talk about regular stuff about like what things look like and what they had to do, and like it's an actual story that makes sense. But it's just kind of. I know lots of people who have been to the Middle East that I've talked to, and like it's weird.
Sure.
They all have totally different stories, but similar in the way that they feel real, like real things they had to do and stuff that they dealt with, and sand storms, and like, you know, just talking.
Sure.
But the media aspect, no matter from whomever it is, it's like what I see, like when I see stuff about China. But then I've been there, like, so I've still never really seen anybody show it correctly from what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean, like.
So no, I do, and you know what? I can actually.
No wonder.
That was some good points, and you know, after you mentioned that, I thought about it myself. So I actually do. I mean, I have a cousin that lives in Beijing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I also have some other family in Toronto, but they're from fuck. God damn, I can't remember where they're from. Some Middle Eastern fucking crazy country. I know. You're right. So those are my only portals to that reality.
Yeah.
And you're right. They're always different than any other portrayals I would read or see on TV, because it has to be sensationalized. It has to be like a Bruce Willis type event.
Sure.
Right? For you to get your eyes on the TV and be like, whoa, what's that? Or to pick it up and read it.
Like, have you ever seen a picture of the pyramids and like notice that like the view of the pyramids is like with the city behind you?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you just turn around, there's like this ridiculous city, and just like it just ruins the pyramid.
There's that picture, you know, I've seen that's on something I follow on fuckgram or whatever. That's a picture of the pyramids from a Pizza Hut,
right?
And you can see like it's from inside the dining room.
That's a great example.
Yeah, it was basically what you just described.
It's just weird because it's just a normal. I mean, it's not normal.
It's kind of like
Cairo, Egypt, but it's weird that it's just a giant fucking city next to those things. You know, like you really don't think that's not the feeling you get from the millions of times you've ever seen the pyramids.
The pictures look like it's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Or like Central Park. It's just fucking gigantic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's really fucking big.
Yeah, it is.
And you just don't even like there's no point in life where you've ever seen a movie or anything where Central Park where it really feels that big.
Right. Well, it does to me in the pictures I've seen. I've never been to Central
Park. In the pictures. It's fucking you can see that it's big, but I'm saying like when you're embedded into places like that, like people experience some pretty decent nature, I think.
And it's a different experience.
You know, I mean,
being there, right?
I hate to say that living here, but still it's like something.
Yeah.
It's better than a lot of cities, I'm sure, that don't have anything like that. And now it's, of course, obnoxiously rich people, but let's just pretend like that middle ground. Booyah, thanks for the follow.
Thank you.
But, you know, like pretend like people are still kind of normal. I just don't know when the last time a person really bought a substantial amount of property, land, or anything with an actual money they earned at a job. Like, what year do you think that was?
Nobody owns anything, though. And even people who have money to buy it will still borrow money.
But I just mean what I mean is like people used to get jobs and they'd earn money and then they'd get houses with that money. But now it's mostly people now have some kind of trust or something. That's how, you know, That's how they get their house. They sold their grandma's house and then they got a new house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, or like they have a couple rentals and then they have this and then they also, you know what I mean? But I wonder when the last person was that just had like a regular job and then had that regular job and then went down and said, could I get a loan for a house? And they were like, sure, you got a job. We'll give you a loan. You know, and then the guy could pay it. Like it was low enough that just a job, like normal jobs, what's the most a regular job could make? Like, you know what I mean? Like a regular job, not one where you have your own business and there's like some maximize, you know, like what's a regular job, the highest paid regular 9 to 5 type job?
When? Right now?
Just anytime. Yeah. And right now, what is it, you think?
The high, and you're talking about just annual.
Like a guy that works at Google or something, right?
Sure. Like
some guy, but he's still got a job. It's not a salary. Right? Like at what point, like it moves to salary pretty quick, right? Like, yeah, there's like some move there where they don't do hourly anymore. They just give you like you get like $100,000 a year or something.
I think it'd be before that. You probably get on, you know, and that's what I mean. It's so subjective. That's what's so fucked up about it.
Well, I'm saying like, what's the highest paid mechanic that doesn't own the shop? You know what I mean? What is it, like $40 an hour, maybe?
Yeah.
Like, shit, I'm saying there. Yeah. That's probably the number right now.
Okay.
So I don't know what that equals per year. You know, you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Like that's the person, their wife stays home and then watches the kids, or else you get childcare and pay for it. So I don't know what the difference is, you know? Like people open up their own daycare so that their wife can make money at the house, or, you know what I mean? I don't know how to do it. But my point is that dollar figure to actually make the payment per month with just that amount of money, not any other money coming in from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Right, from the grandma's house.
Yeah, no co-signer.
Nobody's doing that because that shit doesn't fucking exist.
Right, but it used to. And there was some point where
I don't think it did.
Well, my dad did that. My dad built his own house and didn't have any money or anything.
No. You're
but I'm saying that was 1970, right. You know, 1980 or something, 79 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying there had to have been a year where it just wasn't really a feasible thing anymore.
Right. Well, wow, because
like 98 or something, like 97 maybe, or
okay, it could be like a completely different podcast.
Oh no, I'm just, it's just an idea because there's like some line there where reasonable people that just decided that we weren't going to really try to do it anymore,
to buy houses.
Yeah,
because this is
a waste of time.
It's not just a waste of time. So first of all, it's the one thing every single human being on earth must have is a place to live.
Yeah, you gotta sleep.
It's also the one thing that 99.9% of the population cannot afford.
No. Not and actually like hang out with their family and be a regular person.
No, I'm saying
you could get like 3 jobs is what I'm getting at. Like, and you die, but
nobody actually
owns it for 20 years.
But nobody actually owns their home outright. And even if you did, you're still paying property taxes, and the city still has the final say on your property, whether you like it or not.
Sure.
So it means you could get the farmhouse,
and
Walmart will own it eventually, and the city will allow it to happen. I'm just saying.
No, I agree with what you're saying, but I'm saying if you're renting, you have less say.
But you have less stress.
I agree.
You don't have to worry about everything breaking. You don't have to worry about paying too much. You don't have to worry about your home prices going up or down. But different kinds. Yeah, different stress. Different stress. I would
be stressed out if I bought
less.
If I bought a house for $50,000 in 1993 and I was living in it and it appraised at $750,000 right now, I don't think I'd be that stressed out.
No, but I mean,
because no matter what happens, you could just turn and burn it. And be rich. So who cares?
Here's
you know what I mean?
But that's what I was going to say too. It's like, okay, that's perspective, because what's stress? So to me, if I did that, if it was me personally, and everybody's different, I would be kind of stressed out about what I'm going to do with this goddamn money.
Well, I'd be stressed out because people would think I was a rich piece of shit. That would kind of suck.
Well, what I mean is like, what I mean is like, well, first of all, moving past all that crap, like, or not even moving past home ownership. I'll stay on it for a second.
I'm talking about accountability. So accountability in the community. I don't think home ownership's for any reason other than the fact that people then own their community. And I'm saying, like, there is no America. People don't know what the difference is between all the countries and like, what's the main thing. I've basically boiled it down to individual ownership of whatever the most that you could be invested into that, which you're calling like stress. But I'm saying that's what people want to do. when they want to be involved in their own life. And that's as good as it's going to get for whatever we have modern times. Probably
exactly.
the best it's ever been.
As good as it's going to get.
Best it's ever been throughout history. Probably getting better, hopefully. But the more people who are invested into that, personally, the better. It's just not, it doesn't help society to have people like renting and not giving a fuck. That's not a helpful place. That's a bunch of people that are just going to keep stepping over the litter. You have to incorporate, like, even if you have like a rental B&B and then you just stick a small house in between that someone can own, that's like a teacher in the town or something like that.
So that's what I was going to say.
And they give a fuck. Yeah, and then they are the ones that call the cops on the fucking crazy person next door or whatever. Like, it's a regulator, and you got to put them in every once in a while. You got to have a cop here. So you got to have a teacher here. You got to have a fire department person. So regular. You
and me already know this. That is the solution.
Mm-hmm. It's easy,
but it's easy. But there's no fucking money in it.
No,
Mid Columbia housing development.
Oh, I know.
They don't. That they hear that and no in any moment because
I said, there was a line across somewhere because it used to be
in any moment. So if you've got a lot, and I'm not saying this to you, Roman, because you already know I'm saying this to anybody.
Well, they divided all the lots in 90 something.
Oh, just listen,
in half.
Just hear me out. To anyone listening to this, if you have, let's say you have a lot in Hood River, okay, you could put $1 million home on that lot, or you could put 3 tiny homes and maybe get what 300.
Well, they won't let you though.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Let's just say everything's legal.
I'm just saying, affordable housing. That slogan to me is the exact same as trickle down. It doesn't exist.
No, I don't. This isn't affordable homes. What this is literally rezoning land.
Yeah, it is rezoning.
It's making a new zone, which is called people with regular jobs that only own one house.
Right.
And you just zone it for people who can only legally own one home. Right.
So you can't do that when the city council...
It's never been brought up.
No, well, you have Mid Columbia housing representatives on city council in Hood River.
Oh, I'm not saying they're going to do it.
I know. I'm just saying in this particular case, this instance in Hood River, this one hypothetical lot, it's saying the community would say, hey, why don't we put 3 houses there that people can afford that are small? And the city would say, because we can make $700,000 more putting one house there, and we'll get way more property tax value off of that house. So that's why. Yeah, that's the only thing that's in.
I agree with you. It would take some much deeper thinking, definitely on their part, for them to come to the conclusion that it's not a fun place to come hang out when nobody lives there. And so, like, Hood River's getting very close to a place that doesn't really seem like anyone lives in the downtown. The more and more it gets like that, the more and more it's not really that fun. It's not very cool.
No,
and that catches up to the tourism. They won't like it anymore. People want to stay at a small town, a B&B, where there's at least some grandma on some porch on somewhere.
Yep.
I mean, you can't squeeze every last drop out of it and then look around and go, I don't know what the fucking problem is. Yeah, you know what I mean?
No, you're totally right too. I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with, I mean, anybody, even if you or me, that feeling that you're in a ski resort town is when you wake up, like you just said, and everyone around you is wearing ski gear and they're all going to the mountain.
Right.
But there is, like you said, no grandma on the porch with a cup of coffee. There's no culture. There's no community. No. And even the restaurants are built, like we bitch about all the time. They're built and engineered to fucking just sell you shit marked up 400%, to sell you that 12-ounce, $40 pizza that the wind could blow off your table.
And everybody's just standing around with their mouth hanging open looking for more cash from LA.
Yeah.
It's not any life. Everybody talks about their house. Every conversation's about the value of something.
Yep.
And like, it's the most boring fucking life.
It is.
And then it was only here. It used to be here. It's literally everywhere. Like, what was that thing you said? I saw on social media, something about like how pathetic it is to have your life be basically like that. Maybe it wasn't from you. It was like something like your life has just become like whether or not you do or don't like vaccines. Like,
oh yeah, you become consumed by it.
It's your complete life now.
Yeah, you're consumed by it. It's everything you think about, and it's
and that's what it becomes. Like, people are just like, can you fucking believe that my grandma bought this house for $3,000 and I just sold it for $3 million? Can you believe that? Over and over and over.
Right.
Well, their kid is like fucking a goat or something. And it's like, dude, be a parent, dude. Be a parent. And they're like, and they just drink toxic Columbia River water.
You know,
it was like, holy fuck, if you grew up here, you'd know that you're not supposed to get into Columbia.
You know,
like, Jesus Christ, man. That was like the number one rule. When if you went to, like, if you grew up here, you didn't get into Columbia. I don't think they fixed that leak.
First thing they teach.
I don't think they fixed that leak ever.
Swimming in the Columbia River, growing a wing off my eyeball.
What is that in my mouth?
Why is everybody looking at me?
You're glowing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Come on.
Taking a shit in the river. Picking it up and throwing it at a stupid wind, Johnny. And then I take another Duke stack and I rub it on their car doors.
Just an anarchist in Hood River.
You know what? We forgot to mention here on the stream that our drummer got in a knife fight.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah, dude, right on the streets.
Fuck.
Got stabbed in the chest.
Those are the kind of drifters that we got in town now. Like,
yeah,
because I'm hiring a motherfucker, man. I think I already did that one, but whatever.
Yeah, something about getting on that cash register.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah, I went to school for 4 years to learn how to work that cash register.
Luckily, Tim beat the shit out of that guy with a bicycle. Something, right? Wasn't it a
scooter?
A scooter?
Yeah, it was a scooter.
Yeah, and also beat him with an aluminum scooter.
Aluminum scooter, and he said in one hand, and he said in the other hand, he had a 6-foot pitch black double-headed silicone gas-powered shack replica.
Oh yeah, Shaq made it. Shaq made it back. Shaq blast.
So we were supposed to have a guest on today, but he fucking canceled.
Fucking
motherfucker. And I'd already told him we canceled Kanye tonight for him.
We did.
Yeah.
Kanye sucks. East, but I mean, I think he's related. I think they're related.
So Kanye East. I love it.
So yeah, I could see nobody liked the stream tonight. Man, we had really shitty viewership tonight. I mean, wow. I mean, 1 million people. That's what the one next to the viewers is? 1 million or something like that.
We're at an hour. We should probably do shorter ones anyway.
Yeah, fuck these people. Actually, no. Actually, I didn't. Wow, look at that increase. This must be a weird sadomasochist crowd.
Where are you seeing these numbers?
Just in my imagination.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. I'm just imagining that we have more people.
So it'd be like, we get right here, actually. I grab my wang and twist that thing. I grab a needle and stick it in my eye.
Ooh, ouch.
I carjack an old lady's rig. I throw her on the pavement again. Grandma bashing, I'm smashing your grandma. Some grandmas fight back. Shot blast. Down on my knees. is receiving the shack blast. Behind the dumpster, at the Jack in the Box on 82nd again. Sleeping in the trunk of my 88 Scirocco again. Throwing up weird green and purple shit. The doctor said he can't see me today. I'm gonna drink another case of Thunderbird. I'm gonna drink some Robitussin too. I'm gonna get fucked up, and then I'm gonna puke.
Oh, nice.
That's what I imagine the day in the life is like for those dudes.
Man, sounds so great not to drink Robitussin, doesn't it?
I had a buddy who used to Robo-trip. That's what he called it.
Man, it's just, God, even just the regular, if I take like the recommended dose of Robitussin, I almost kill myself.
Totally.
Every single time. Like it hits me like something weird happens and I go, I think I'd rather die even though I have a cold. It's just a cold.
So like
how does it become that depressing?
So what it is it's a painkiller, basically acetaminophen, right?
Right.
So it's a painkiller, and then it's a the fucking muscle relaxant, and then alcohol.
Okay.
It's basically like a kind of like a speedball,
or like a Heath Ledger Friday, but like a really baby Heath Ledger Friday.
Wow. So I had a buddy who was a drummer of mine. I told you about this, and he used to just like chug this shit. And I remember coming up to a band room. I was playing in a band room in Portland, and it was like upstairs above a garage. There's like a staircase that goes. It's like like a pretty slim staircase that went up to the garage. And I opened the door, and there was just piss dripping down the stairs like a waterfall. And he was just passed out like on the floor with his legs all sprawled out with empty fucking Robitussin bottles all over the place and shit. It was actually really depressing. He's better now. He's a really good dude, but man,
not that particular night, not so great.
That was in the middle of the day.
Oh, that day.
That was the day.
Well, it was night somewhere.
So you and me are in a band together. That was band practice.
Oh, that's not a good practice.
Yeah,
usually.
That's why I was going upstairs to go to band practice, and my drummer was completely blacked out on Robitussin and pissed his pants. He'd also
maybe that's a good band though. It could be a good band.
He also
can make it if you can get there.
He also pooed because it's a muscle relaxer.
Oh, okay.
He'd done that before. Check this out.
That smells different too.
So one time I'm going to buy some pot right in Portland.
Sure.
My buddy and me run out of gas right at NATO Parkway.
Huh?
I'm like, what the fuck? I remember getting mad. How the fuck do you run out of gas? Like, I just still don't understand to this day. We walk around NATO Parkway. We go to a motel. We go up to the concierge. And the dude's like, what's up, bros? He's like, hey, I'll drive you up and get you gas. He gave us a ride.
Okay.
Up to a Chevron and got us gas. And while we're on the ride, he's like, I'm a singer. I'm like, I'm a guitar player. We started a band.
Dang.
He was a really good singer too, by the way.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I introduced him to this drummer.
Right.
He's like, Nick, dude, hey man, your drummer is just gonna crash at my house. I'm like, whoa. No. Don't let him crash. He's like, dude, he was such a nice guy. This band was already like in motion. And he's like, no, man, it's cool. And yeah, he told me stories for days about how my ex drummer lived at his house. He said he wouldn't leave, bro. He was in my basement for like 3 days. And he's like, I'd come home from work and he'd just be like passed out, Robitussin, alcohol everywhere.
That's rock and roll.
Yeah, it was rock and roll. Woo. That was yeah, those were good times. Okay, sorry, done with the Robitussin stuff. Robo tripping. What's that fucking thing on the fucking wall? Looks like a shadow, but I can't be sure. Give me another shot of the robo. Give me another shot of the NyQuil.
Boy, NyQuil's even worse. Like Dayquil. Like, man, all those things. I haven't taken a Tylenol or an aspirin or I probably years. Nothing.
I do ibuprofen. I got going on. It's very selective.
I just haven't taken anything for so long. I can't really remember even the last time I took any kind of anything.
What do you do for pain?
I just don't have any pain.
You don't have any pain?
Not anything that needs a pill.
Damn.
Nah.
I have a shitload of pain. Like, I have just fucking injuries everywhere.
I just stretch a lot. I do a lot. I have a 10-pound dumbbell at my desk at my house, and I have a 30-pound dumbbell at my desk in my work. I have an exercise bike and a yoga mat at work. And I hit my golf clubs at work. I just continually stay active all the time.
I have a lot of fucking injuries. My injuries lead to other injuries, and then I will end up requiring some kind of medication for the pain. Back. I have a lot of back problems.
Sucks. No, I'm lucky. Like I said, I played some kind of hardcore competitive sport 4 or 5 days a week for 25 years. And just kept on keeping on. Then I was trying to get back into it, and then they fucking COVID'd me. Gave me the old COVID up the bing. Now I'm vaccinated for 5 months, looking for a court. Motherfuckers, when nobody wants to play yet.
For 5 months. That's funny.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm heading into the 5th month of being vaccinated.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just bored. Boring. I read a statistic today that said like 900,000 people in America died of COVID.
From the virus.
They just figured out like new stats, and they said it's about 900 grand.
Jeez.
That's a lot. But I'm saying if like 50% of the people don't want to get the vaccine, and they're just holding out and just keeping the place shut down for the rest of us, when do we say like, okay, well, I guess you guys just want to get it? When is that day, you think?
Well, we talked about it in the last stream, and I thought about it a lot since then. Obviously, one of the things I thought was that April 16th is when the vaccine was made available public to everybody. Mm-hmm. So yeah, what do you give them? Six weeks?
Or
yeah.
June 16th?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like
that's
6
2
weeks,
months.
2 months, something like that, for everybody to get fully
June
vaccinated.
1st.
And then after that, yeah. I think that's yeah.
I think it's gonna be July 4th.
I do too. I
think that we're going to be done with it all on July 4th. I think that's going to
because, like you said,
we're going to do a pretend we did it.
Well, no, we will be done with it.
No,
all.
I know, but
because of like what you said in the last stream, in the last podcast, is because what do we do now if we have the vaccine? There's no excuses anymore. You can't just keep everything shut down because we have the cure.
Right.
So yeah, you're right.
That's
well. I mean, we'll be back to fucking normal. Trey booked a show at Saratoga Springs.
I got one for you.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I saw that they're booking. But here's the thing. I'm wondering.
Not Fish. Trey.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm wondering though is like what has anybody taken this into account? They're not working on anything else. They just work. There's only thing you can work on maybe is some therapeutics or something, right? For when you get it.